Need that. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's live. Cool. Everything is squared away. I have no idea where he is. Okay, that's there, and that's there. Cool. Hello.
Hello.
So today I spent the better part of 4 or 5 hours learning everything there is to know about breeding drago turkeys. So
Uh-huh.
so that way I can start making and doing mount stuff. Our guild just got a paddock, which is nice. We're actually the highest level guild on our server, which is crazy. Just goes to show the English community really banded together. Everybody talks about, oh, there's not that many English play. Then why the hell were we the highest level guild? We weren't the first to get a paddock because we didn't create our guild first, and it was you had to wait 2 weeks after server creation to buy a paddock. And then
Hmm.
after you buy one, you have to wait 24 hours before you can buy another one. So we're not going to get ours right next to each other, which is
Yeah.
what we were hoping to do because when you're breeding, you want to have as many spaces next to each other as possible. You set down a bunch of equipment, you have your turkeys go in, and having them all next to each other means you can have them all set up in a nice little neat area. So, um, yeah, but the problem is getting into the dungeon to get the mount taming skill takes 50 kaliptus feathers, which is 250,000 combos if you wanted to buy them. So I've been farming them instead, and they're not the highest drop rate. I have 10 of the
Ah,
50 you need.
so they're seeds.
They're worse than seeds by a by a ginormous margin.
Mm.
Seeds are cheap. These are expensive.
Well, difference is one can be farmed immediately, the other can't.
Well, I mean, peewees drop seeds at almost double the rate as these, and they're 10 times cheaper. It also doesn't help that the koalas are all level 60 to 80, and peewees are level 12 to 15.
As I said, here's the thing. Like, yes, some of that price is drop rate, but most of that price is you have to be level 80 and able to farm level 80.
Yeah. What a lot of people are doing is they're leveling their hunter skills so that way they get the meat from the koalas too. And the meat, well, it doesn't sell as much as the flowers. You get the meat way more often, and so you can actually make some pretty good money with the meat plus flower farm. I looked at how much it was to try to, just buy my way to a level 80 hunter from level 40, and I could get to level 60 hunter for like 100k commas, which means I could probably buy my way to 70, but definitely not all the way to 80.
Yo.
It's actually not that bad to get there. You only need...
Well, yeah, it's not exactly hard to get the drops. You just have to have a hunting weapon.
Yeah, the main thing is like when I was looking at the XP calculator, it was 150 of the meat of 40 to go to 50, and then 170 to go from the 50 meat to the 60, and then it'll probably be like 190-ish for going to 60 to 70, and then probably like 220 meat, which is not all that bad. The more expensive thing is actually once you get to level 40, all of the meats require a vegetable, which also is a drop from a creature.
Mm, so double drops.
So you need to go and farm the creature. Well, I mean, you can't really for the level 41. I don't know about the level 51. It's from the Jelly Dungeon, which is...
I mean, you could farm it, it'd just take a while. Or a
yeah.
lot of money.
Also, I found out the real reason that Handyman is useful, and it's not for keys. It's for all the breeding supplies.
Oh,
For Drago turkeys.
I assume it's building stuff that you can make.
Yeah, so you build like a water trough, you build a slapper to slap them when they get too happy, you build a patter to pat them when they're unhappy, you build a Drago butt, which is exactly what it sounds like, and it raises happiness. And then you build what are they called? Um the things where things are stable, then it raises their energy. I don't remember off the top of my head what they're called.
It's probably one of them shocker things that I made a butt ton of.
Oh yeah, yeah, and then lightning bolts to
Energy
raise.
towers or whatever.
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe it's under resources? Thunder? No, maybe it's under equipment. No.
Just go into the crafting thing, handyman, and put in like level like 80.
Yeah, I mean the stuff is really cheap, so uh it's lightning throwers and a manger. That's what the other ones are called.
Yeah, lightning throwers, the things I make a million of. Surprise, surprise. So the pre-registration site's up for Awakening.
Yeah, I already pre-registered.
So apparently they are going to give us new fourth bars and special skills. But I knew it. It works exactly how I thought it was. You're going to have to grind something.
Dude, when I read the name of the resource, I was just like, uh-huh. Fucking Wetred called that shit so fucking hard. when it was, in order to do this, you need what was it called? Exclusive. I think that's the word they use. Exclusive currency. Yeah. I read that shit. And I
There's
was
gonna be a
like,
new fucking weekly dungeon, boy.
yeah, I read that shit and I was like, Wetred is rolling over.
I knew it. I called it. I was like, there's no way they're not gonna do this shit. It's what they do for everything. It's some dumb weekly dungeon that you do that's the only way to progress. Nobody gonna want to play with you unless you've got an awakened character. You need high dragon, you do high dragon. At least pre-registration gives you 100 Sealbreaker scrolls that you can use on season 5 to 7. Why only 5 to 7? I don't know. Also, is it just me or is the special awakening corgis look really dumb?
They look really dumb.
I thought so. Like, Ellis's is the only one that looks decent. Lyre is like, what direction were you going? And Arme's like, why is she a normal girl now? Just a normal girl now.
Just a normal girl. Living
in a normal world. Also, is the Cordies based off of First Job? Please tell me they're not based off of First Job.
I think they are.
I mean, that's good for Ellis's. Except her 4 bar is already good, so... Is it?
I mean, here's the thing that I read that I think might be good, right? Alright. So they said you can empower old skills that you have had. Okay, so this means you could, like, pick and choose what are decent skills and what are...
The Awakening Growth System is a feature that allows the player to learn new skills or enhance their character's stats. So it's going to be new skills or stats.
Yeah.
Not enhancing the old ones.
No, it did say in the thing that you can enhance old skills. It did say that. I don't have the post on me right now.
There's only one word of enhance, and it's their character's stats. I mean, I'll look up everything. So, got 6 uses of skills, and they're all here. New Awakening skills, New Awakening skills, 4th bar skills, Awakening special skill, that exceeds Awakening's existing special skills. The Awakening Growth System is a feature that allows players to learn new skills or enhance the character's stats. To use this feature, exclusive currency is required. Exclusive currency can be acquired by playing dungeons, event rewards, purchases, and more. By the way, in case you were worried, don't be. You can pay to win this. Just like all the other jobs, you can buy it. Can't wait until the drop rate's like a 0.1% chance to get the item you need. And it's like 100 VP an item. It'll be so great.
Oh, do we only get to get one of the 3 Cordies? Really? I mean, I'm not
Yeah, no.
surprised,
You
but
can't have the other. You can't have the other two. You can only have one. My guess is they have a normal awakening Cordy, and this is the special one. Oh, by the way, if you want to use it, you have to awaken them first. You have until March 5th to do it. Available characters for the exchange ticket other than Ellis Lion Arme will be released at a later point. Is there gonna be spoilers for the order they're doing shit? Of course there is. I'm kidding. It's COG. They don't know how to code their own game.
I mean, here's the thing. The hold on. We only get sorry. Was only sort of paying attention to what you were saying because I'm trying to do the flower farming. We only get one ticket, so we can only get one of the free Cordies.
Yep. And they're saying future other characters available characters for exchange ticket other than Elise Lion Army will be released at a later point, which implies that they're going to spoil the other awakenings in the ticket.
I mean, I assumed every character is getting an awakening.
You would think.
Yeah, I think this is really fucking stupid. Also, you only like Elise's? I think Liar's looks the best, Arme's looks stupid, and Elise's is okay.
No, I mean
Unless you meant their
so
actual awakening, like, splash art, which is not what their Cordy is.
I mean here's the thing. The only reason I say Ellis's is alright is because it looks like Raiden Maze from Honkai Impact 3rd, so you know, a little bit. The hair's wrong, but almost everything else is right. And then I said Liar looks okay, because I'm
See, here's
kind
the
of confused in
thing.
the direction it's going.
See, here's the thing. Liar's looks good because she's supposed to be an elven queen. Elise's looks like she's gotten old. Like, I get that they were going for a kind of brown hair, but
I
if
thought they were
all...
going for silver.
I mean, it just looks bad.
You're not wrong. The hair color's shit. I mean, Armage is just, I'm a normal girl now. Hello.
Yeah, Arme just looks like a normal girl, and I mean, I get it, right? The hairpins are two different elements because she's two different elements. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think Liar is the best of those. I'm hoping hers is the best of the ones that, like. Here's the thing: the splash art for the first time ever, and I do mean for the first time ever, Arme actually looks like a woman. Like, actually looks like a
All of
woman.
them, for the... Here's the thing. They took Ellis's art from L Sword.
Yep.
They aged up Liar, and they aged up Arme. And then they say, good enough. That's what this is.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Liar's almost got that Ara Ara vibes too. Like, she has that smile, like she knows something. You know.
I mean,
You
if you
get.
read the story, she does.
What do you mean?
So, in hers, she's pretends to be like scared of a void creature, and then like lures it in and is like, ah, yes. Now, how will I abuse you? How can I use you as a power source? The holy light will lead us.
Yeah.
She does know. She knows something. She's like
I
ready to
actually
fuck
didn't
with
know
you.
they had little stories on the side. I thought that was
Well, they
just
have
some.
little snippets of stories. Liars is mid.
I mean,
Armage is funny. And Ellis's seems to be the one they put the most substance into. Go figure. Also, it's weird that Ellis's talks about a new weapon. So is she or is she not getting a new weapon?
probably not.
I think not, but like her story implies that she does. Like neither of the other two speaks anything about a weapon, but hers mentions by like its story that in the Awakening story that she grips a sword, like a new sword that's more powerful than any sword she's had before. So I'm just confused. Are they just gonna give her Excalibur? They're just gonna give her Excalibur, aren't they?
Excalibur, my god.
Oh, we're just gonna get Excalibur, aren't we? That's what it's gonna be.
The keyboard? What about keyboard? Oh, because you joined as I was typing. Yeah. I'm playing with a guildmate right now, so the only way to talk to them is by typing. I can mute between each one. It's on my list of things to do is to balance the um to balance the microphone volume so it's the keyboard isn't so loud.
If there's one thing I have to ask when they add the Awakening system, please put it in practice mode so people can test out who they want to awaken.
You think we're only gonna have enough stuff to do one?
It's gonna be a long and arduous process to do, I guarantee you. If fourth job was a pain in the butt, imagine what a new level's going to be.
Yeah.
Like, this is what they're doing for their equivalent to a 5th job.
Yeah. I mean, this is 5th job.
Mm-hmm. It's
They
5th job
don't.
without the weapons.
They just don't do weapons anymore. Okay,
Yep.
on my.
Because they're
Yeah,
lazy.
it's on my table because I don't have anywhere else to put it.
But yeah, I find it convenient they haven't talked about how you awaken at all in this.
Yep.
Be Void 3. I mean, what? I every time Grand Chase makes a social media event, I have to question their
Sanity.
design philosophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what you get for participating in their thing, and if you win their
10 Sealbreaker scrolls.
20 event seal breaker scrolls. So the same ones you're getting 100 of for pre-registering, you get 20.
Yep. Trust me, bro. It's good. It's great.
Yeah,
But yeah,
no.
I've yeah, I've tried using like a mic stand where you can actually hold it up here, and it hasn't worked out very well. So, thus we have the setting we have now. Brain mode on. Nice. Do, 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 do. Nice, they're all gathered together. I really love this spell that they use for you. Minus 100 AP, minus 100 movement. It's really cool. Oh, I can't hit him. No. Yeah, we can totally do Nomad. Right, I forgot I need to move this over here. It must have been a fluke getting 7. The other thing too about the loud typing is I was also typing without thinking about um, it being loud. I can type it and I can type in it how and it be quieter. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. Have I played this game for a long time? I played this game a long time ago. And I just came back to it. But no, I have not played the game for a long time. I wonder what happens with his lance being a tree. Oh, that's funny. I mean, here's the thing. I pre-registered once it was up. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not expecting a lot. But yeah, not in this pre-registration thing, but in the actual like full patch note post. That's where they talked about the fact that skills could be old skills could be leveled as well. I'm putting it on creature mode so that way it goes faster. I don't have a way to send Lumino, do I? Yes, I do. I can hear your game.
Mm, sorry.
Rip. All that, and then he failed the challenge. That is annoying. Rip, dude. Wow, that's all Lumino can do, really? Hmm. Alright, what's he gonna do? Forge lances do crazy big damage. Goodbye, Astrub Knight. So, do you have a easier shift to deal with tomorrow, or what?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. Tomorrow, wife is leaving for 10 days, and she's leaving super early in the morning, so I have to stay up all night, so maybe a little difficult. for us to play tomorrow, depending on when you're going to be on?
Well, I have a shift where I'm out earlier. It's an early shift, but I've had an early shift today. I got home and I can go to sleep and sleep
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
instead of being home late and not falling asleep until early morning and having to get up early morning.
All right. Yeah, so I'm probably going to be going to bed at like 3 a.m., which means I'll be on probably 1 to 2 p.m.
Yeah, I'll be home sometime around then.
Okay. I have another guildie planning to help me farm flowers tomorrow too, if I need to. I just realized that Lance is an egg in creature mode. That's funny.
It's the egg night.
Yeah. I'm sure it doesn't matter to you that much, but I've done a bunch of stuff by myself because, I
I figured you would.
yeah. Um yeah, a bunch of different dungeons just because, and um yeah. Some things were to farm, some things weren't. So, for anybody watching, the reason why I am on creature mode is because um spells take a really long time, and so by us being in creature mode, there's basically no animation of spells. I mean, it makes the game look worse, obviously, but the spell animations take a while. So, um, we're doing this so that way we can have some semblance of quicker farm. I've never really done this before, but because look at how many turns they're going to take up, and the AI tends to take a while, so this helps with that.
Yeah, AI animations take forever.
Yep. Nice. They're all in a row for me. Oh, not quite. One of them moved out of the way. When is the Awakening update actually coming? Is it January?
January 8th.
Oh, okay, so when the pre-registration ends. That's interesting. That's a really long time from now.
Yep.
I mean, think about this, Wedred. They basically had nothing since Uno.
Yep.
Like, just think about that for a minute. Nothing since Uno.
And they finally have something decent, and it won't be here until Early January.
Like, Uno was in August, right?
Yep.
So we're talking one, two,
Talking 6 months,
three,
basically.
4, 5. Yeah, almost 6 months. Holy crap.
6 months with basically no updates, because
Mm-hmm.
that's just norm.
For them, yes.
Remember, it's not their baby. It's not L-Sword, so they don't care.
You know, part of me wants to check out an L Sword update when they have a big one, but at the same time,
We were there for a big one. Talked.
I just know it's going to be bad, so there's also that.
Remember the High Dragon experience we had when we tried to get into it the first time?
Right, I forgot about that. I mean, I guess I should say I didn't forget about. I mean, no, I would never forget about this travesty that they've done.
And in case you're wondering what we're talking about when we say High Dragon, it was an old term for a mobile game where there was a stage called High Dragon. And in order to do this stage and get equipment for High Dragon, you needed to have equipment from High Dragon. And thus, anytime you need something from a stage to do a stage, we call it High Dragon.
Yep, because I mean that's what that's essentially what these it's really
The
just
communities do it. It's not as much the devs, it's more so the communities that propagate this sort of.
but it's really common in terms of specifically um Korean MMOs.
Yep, because they want to do the runs faster.
Yep.
And in order to do them faster, you need to have the best equipment. So, of course, people are gonna go, "Oh no, you can't, you can't do this unless you've got the best equipment in the game." Which just so happens to come from this. How do you get it? Get someone to carry you.
Yeah.
Oh, can I carry you? No, no, I'm busy. What am I busy doing? All runs.
No, I'm busy doing runs that you're not invited to.
Busy doing runs. Can you join? No, no, it's already full. It's not actually full. You see 10 minutes later a post that says, looking for people to do High Dragon.
I figured this group wouldn't be taken because this is really hard to do. That was interesting. I didn't have all my stats for a second there. Huh. Wait a minute, what? Oh, I was for a second there. I was thinking, what the hell? just trying to do something cool. Let's see. Are all the... There's only one that he can even help with here. Wow. Yeah, by the time Grand Chase Awakening's out, we'll already be a lot farther in a bunch of other games.
Yep.
I love the Lumino Star one. It's just a fox with just a random starfish on its head. That's funny. Oh, that sucks. Unless these are weak to fire. Oh, yeah, we'll do that instead. Yeah, by January, we'll already have done the 1999 update. We'll probably have done a Stardew
Run.
Stardew run. Also, I do find it funny that 10 minutes after we're done with Coral Island, they decided to add the shareable thing.
They feared us leaving, but it was too late.
Which, you know, is a
My
thing.
guess is it was a big complaint.
I mean, here's the thing. I think they spent a year making a multiplayer that nobody wanted. They made it their way, and that wasn't the way that 90%... Here's the thing. Most cozy gamers are the same kind of players. Like, there are very few of them that stray from a set path of how to play their cozy game, right? And Coral Island sort of was leading the charge in terms of like quality of life and all of these different things that cozy gamers want. They had a lot of different really great tools. And then they decided to work on multiplayer and yet make it not like they made everybody who I talked to. I said, "Hey, is this?" And then I explained exactly what they did with their multiplayer. I said, "Is this multiplayer, or is this just two people playing single player?"
Mhm.
And every single person was like, that's multiplayer or that's single player. Why would you why would you do that? That's not
I'm
a
surprised
thing.
nobody said, "Is that a mod on a single player game?" Or because like that's the level that it's at this point. It's mod level.
Um yeah, no, I don't understand why they I mean, how do I want to put this? The My disappointment is immeasurable and my Coral Island is ruined. The problem with this is that it's such a good game and they've
It's a
only done
very
thing
good game. The problem is that this aspect is clearly not fleshed out as it should be.
the problem is a difference of opinion. I mean, it's literally just that. They have an opinion of their game, and other people have a different opinion of what it should be. And the problem is, the majority of people don't like the way they decided to showcase their opinion. And so, you know, you gotta follow what your group, what they want.
Mhm.
Um, and I feel like if this was going to be the case, I mean, not like they would have known that this was the case. I feel like if you're gonna make a multiplayer feature and you don't really understand or care about multiplayer, maybe
I mean, the best we can hope is that they get feedback from this that helps them to improve their current standing on how they're doing.
right. So what I was trying to say was I wish that they had of keyed the community in way before now. Because this was completely under NDA until like 3 days ago or 4 days ago or something like that.
Mhm.
They should have included the entire community in and said, hey, here's what we'd like to do. What do you guys think about this? Is this a good idea? And the community would have been like, what the fuck? No. No, that's a terrible idea. And like they have said since they have started playing, like, you're missing the simplest of features. Why? Why did you choose to do this? You you released a multiplayer update without multiplayer.
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, I could continue complaining and saying the same thing. When it comes down to it, what it is that um
The game needs more time to get to what it needs to be.
yeah, the game
That's the
clearly
flow of it.
yeah, the game clearly needs more time, and we have other cozy games we can play in the meantime. I mean,
Yep.
we'll be
All
playing.
this beta test has basically confirmed to us is we are better off playing our next Stardew Valley run rather than getting immediately into Coral Island.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what you're saying that um when it comes down to it, Um, the by the time we finish a Coral Island run, this game will probably still not even be close to ready. And if it's ready ahead of time, hey, maybe we do 2 cozy games back to back, and maybe it sucks. Maybe it won't. I mean, they are different games, but I honestly
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
see
again,
that
we'll
happen.
figure out how we feel about it by the time we're done with our Stardew Valley.
Yeah. And I mean that's all it is Stardew Valley is will always be the king of cozy games, and I don't want to say it sucks that okay, I want to phrase this in a nice way. I don't want to be mean. Coral Island is the first cozy game since Stardew that has felt like Harvest Moon. And Harvest Moon doesn't even feel like Harvest Moon. Because Harvest Moon stopped being Harvest Moon a really long time ago. And
Oh yeah,
so
it did.
and like I don't even want to emulate and like go back and play one of the old Stardew one of
I
the
mean,
I don't even
you
want to
went
play
and
the
looked
old.
at it.
Yeah, I
You
don't
didn't
even.
go and look at the old ones. You
Yeah,
just said, "I can't do it."
yeah, I don't know, man. There's just something lost in me ever since I've played Stardew, and it means even Harvest
I think it's
Moon
just
isn't fun.
Stardew was such an uptick in what a cozy game could be
And it
that
was made by
looking
a
at other
single
cozy
person.
yeah, but that person knew exactly what a cozy game needed and
Yeah,
implemented it.
well, I mean, that's the thing.
And
It
when something was
is.
pointed out as missing, he took a couple months and he just bought it into the game. I mean, you got to remember, most other like AAA, AA developers aren't always the people who complete games like cozy games. But the Stardew Valley developer has literally 100%ed his own game except for the Super Hard Fectors Challenge achievement.
Yeah, and a lot of people said, "Oh, well, he said that it was based off of his love for Harvest Moon, but he didn't actually like Harvest Moon or something." No. Here's the thing. What he did was he took a game, Harvest Moon, that he wasn't necessarily like basing his entire game off of. He took a game concept and said, "Hey, you know what? I think I can do something better, and I happen to love making video games, and because I mean that was what his career was going to be. So he just made a game kind of like Harvest Moon. So it wasn't that he took Harvest Moon and was like, I want that feature and that feature and that. No, he said he played a little bit of Harvest Moon when he was a kid, loved it, but then one like he wasn't like he played from the beginning of the franchise. He played like the game before the fall of Harvest Moon, and once the fall started, that's when he started making his own game to say I'm gonna make something that is a better game, and
I
that
mean,
was Stardew
here,
Valley.
here's the thing. You can tell by the way the game is that he understood the childlike wonder of cozy games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because if you look at a lot of old cozy games, do their towns make sense? No, they never do. They're always centralized around the player character, but that's fine. You don't need to have a town that hates your guts.
I mean,
Sometimes it's nice to just be in a place and feel like you can just do what you want to do without fear of judgment or any sort of repercussions because you didn't do specifically this thing at this time. Well, you're screwed for like 70 hours.
the problem with Harvest Moon was um okay, so here's the problem with Harvest Moon, right? Let's say you wanted to court the goddess. you could only find the goddess once a month. And if you were a kid and didn't know that, you would literally just have to dig down to the bottom of the mine every single day for an entire month and then randomly be like, maybe your kid brain eventually was like, oh, hey, she only shows up on these days. That didn't happen for most people. That was the problem, is time locked things like that. And Stardew doesn't do that. It doesn't. Yes, you have seasonal locks of like fish or things that can only show up on specific seasons or something, but not to the point where you can only meet a person once, one day out of the month. You know, that's crazy, dude. But I mean, yeah, the problem is games for fun versus games for
Games for
fun,
fun, games for sport.
sort of games for fun and games for I want to say this the right way. Games for what is it that Stardew did?
Completionist? What are we talking about?
Um so what Sorry, I'm also trying to do my turn in Dofus. It's not that I'm losing my thought. I'm trying to not fail my turn, because we're doing giant groups. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the problem is Harvest Moon wasn't made to be a game because it was a cozy game. Because it was one of the first. I mean, obviously, I don't know what came first, Animal Crossing or Stardew or Harvest Moon. But the problem
I
with
think it came out
Harvest,
around the same time.
yeah, well, the problem was there wasn't a set genre. Kind of like how Diablo doesn't know what a Diablo game is anymore, even though they kind of created the genre. Um,
I think Harvest Moon technically came out first because I think it came out like one console generation before, but it was like close.
but the main problem with Harvest Moon is that they tried to make a immersive game, like you said, the town hating you, and not a game that is just fun or makes sense. Or they didn't try to make a thing that made you know how I always say that just because something's immersive doesn't mean it's fun
Yep.
or something you should do. I think that's that. Am I getting my point across, or am I just bumbling about my words?
I get you. You instead of wanting a game in which you're beholden to a realistic standard, you just want a game where you feel like you can do the thing in the game without feeling pressured about said thing.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Is that people people making
It's not always about the time locks. It's about having it. Nobody's screaming at you to say
yeah,
you
you don't
have to do
need
this in a time frame. If you don't get this done by so and so amount of hours played, you're failing. You're terrible. You'll never succeed. Instead, it's a game in which you can do what you want when you want, and there's no penalty for it whatsoever. Once something's there, it's there forever. You can take as long as you want, and there's nobody that's gonna say, "Oh man, you haven't done this yet? Wow, you must suck."
yeah, that's a perfectly good, that is a great, you know the saying from, or you know how it is for specifically like Persona. We'll use Persona as an example. Just because you can have things time locked and stupid, uh doesn't mean you should. Look at what they did with Persona 5 Royal. They took the
Hmm.
super time restrictions and were like, oh, let people have fun. If they want to find a way around it, they'll find a way around it. We'll
Well,
only
here's the thing
kind
about
of lock
Persona.
them. Huh?
Persona is a game that is restrictive because of its community, not because of the games itself. The games were never, and I do mean never, realistically designed for you to actively want to do every social link in a single run. Like, it is meant to be a game where you play it through once and then a second time to see all the social links.
Mm-hmm.
That is realistically how most people are supposed to play Persona. You pick your favorite characters, you stick with them on your first playthrough, and you just have a genuine experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do the second playthrough, and all your social stats are maxed out, so you don't have as much stuff to worry about, and you can go and you can see all the social links you missed. But the communities garnered this thing where it's like, well, it's a 70 to 80 hour game. Don't really want to play that twice. So instead of playing it twice with having to do all social links, I'm going to do them all in one playthrough so I can get done.
Like you and I did.
Yep, exactly. It's more of an issue of it's there as an option, but it's not necessary. You don't need to do all the social links. Does doing all the social links mean you don't have to play it a second time unless you want to do the super boss? Yes. Do you have to do it to beat the game? Not even close. I'd say the harder aspect is the Persona Fusion system. That shit's just confusing.
Yeah. I mean, once again, fun is relative in games, and what am I trying to say here? I I really don't want to be mean. It's not meant to be mean. I hope you understand when I'm trying to say this. The problem with Coral Island is they made a really great game. There's a couple of really questionable things they did, like why are the social links, essentially the relationships, where you just kind of walk into the situation where you're not a part of the situation, whereas the the romance in Stardew Valley, how you feel like you're a part of their lives, you feel like you matter, and
Well, not
that's
even the romance. It's all the way through. They're interacting with you as a person,
yeah, instead
not
of
interacting with the town or what's best for the town. They're individual people talking to you as an individual person. Sure, you could learn something about how they feel about somebody else because they open up and tell you about it, not by, yes, let us skulk in a corner and watch these two people converse, like Clint. Remember how creepy Clint is?
yep. Clint is
Yeah,
what your
in Coral Island,
character.
you're Clint.
Yeah, I was gonna say Coral Island feels like you're Clint just simply because of how they organize the game. All of the cutscenes feels like you're just a part of it, right? Or you're just showing up to events instead of, actually, you know,
Spending
um,
time with someone,
spending
forming a
time
relationship.
or being in a relationship with them. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to head out because again, I do have an early shift. But it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, no, it was nice to chat about it. I'm sorry if I kept you later than you intended to be here.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I had fun.
Yep. Let me know when you're here tomorrow, and
Will do. I'll
we'll do
message you when I
stuff.
get home. All
Yeah,
right.
I decided to
Later.
welcome him to the world because that's what that feels like to me, is being
Well,
welcomed
do
to.
it. Drink him. Drink him. Show him how you drink people.
All right, later.
Later.
Bum, bum, bum. My my friend that I'm playing with here is going crazy over how much luckier I'm getting. Yeah, I'm trying to mute up when possible here, so we all don't have to hear the loud clickety clackety. Alright, I'm here. I'm big. Lots of typing. Clickety clackities. Keeps moving. Okay. Um. Do 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 do. But yeah, getting microphone to match stuff. Getting it to. The problem is I don't always speak loud, or sometimes I speak too loud. So the problem is tuning my microphone so you guys can hear me well, but not, worry about the actual keyboard sound. The other funny thing is when I asked my community about what did they think about microphones, this was way back when I was first getting this microphone, and pretty much across the board the answer was have a loud keyboard. But there's also a way to have a loud keyboard that is an obnoxiously loud keyboard too. Okay, so if I do that one, and then that one. Hello there. I am streamering, but I figure
Uh,
I have to stay up late because wife leaving for a while and she's afraid she won't be able to wake up in time. So I'm staying up late. So I was like, oh, ask everybody and anybody if they want to hang out because it helps to stay awake. But I mean, you can always come back later if you're in the middle. I didn't mean you had to come right now. Just
no, I was
if it.
just watching streams.
Oh, okay. I figured you were hanging with the other
No,
people about stuff. Right, because you might not have a headset. I didn't even
no, I
think
do.
about. Didn't even think about that. Do you
I
have?
got it 2 days ago.
Well, that's good. At least you have it now.
Um,
Hey, like in it. I mean, it's the same
oh, it's
exact one,
the
right?
same one.
Yeah. I realized after I asked the question, it was probably a stupid question,
I
but
mean, hey, it's nice and clean again, so I guess that's nice.
it's no longer got hair from 6 years ago.
It's like it was only 2 years old.
Exactly. You got it pre-owned and it was already hairy.
I would not get a headset pre-owned.
Yeah, with how gamers are, especially.
Yeah. No, yeah, no tank.
Just a stupid.
After a week off, I decided to play PoE2 again.
Yeah, I've heard some things about
It's a good
stuff.
game. It really is. It has some problems, but who didn't expect that? And also, what game doesn't?
I mean, Dofus has literally had maintenance every single night since its launch, and we're 2 weeks in, and finally today's the first day we didn't have a maintenance at midnight. Which, thank goodness, because today's the day that I'm actually trying to stay awake for the day, and it would have sucked if the thing. But there's also a memory leak where you have one instance and then two instances and then three and then four. And your game starts to like lag like crazy. But interestingly, it's only if you open the interfaces. If you just don't open any interfaces and just either walk around or do combat, you never experience lag. It's only if you open your characteristics or your spells or literally any
There's
of the menus.
so in MapleStory, if you have open familiar slots, this is bug for a couple patches now. I think they fixed it, but it came back. If you have open familiar slots, like if you have like 3 familiar slots, but only 2 of them filled, and then open your stat menu with that familiar menu open, you DC.
Uh-huh. Yep. By the way, welcome Lost. I know it's late for me too. It was an impromptu thing. I learned about breeding today, so that was a thing. Um, it took literally the whole day to learn about it, and if you could tell by the area that I am in, I'm preparing to breed. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. here, which I would normally not stream this late. I normally stream earlier in the day, but it took like 4 or 5 hours of talking with people to learn about it. So yeah, I am gathering the flowers so I can do the dungeon. I'm at 33 out of now, this maybe you'll agree with Lost. Maybe that's actually an amount of money that might be dentful for you. Um, yeah, it's probably unlikely that um well, that sucks. I can't hit anything. There we go. I probably won't be able to find a group to do the dungeon with right away. But getting the flowers is the first step, so. Yeah, no, I know you were. That's why I started to look into breeding, because, you know, it's clearly an important thing. So. And I figured it out, and now that we have a guild paddock as well, I'll be able to start off strong because I can start off with 15 slots, and then in 24 hours we'll have 30 slots. We're actually the highest level guild on Dakal 5, level 42. We had planned to buy 4 paddocks right next to each other, but it didn't work out. Because you have to wait 24 hours before you can buy another one. Way too lazy to farm them. A member of my guild actually leveled their hunter to 80 and then farmed the flowers, and they said it was one of the best money-making methods they could do right now, because the meat from level 80 hunter right now on this server is crazy expensive, so. And then you add on that, and the flowers are 5k a piece too. But yeah, have you, or are you waiting until I'm able to do 1999 to do more, or you been playing that?
I haven't really felt like playing Warframe, so you not being able to do it too much is kind of a benefit at the moment.
Oh, okay. Tempest has played a lot. He said he mastered 2 entire worlds today. Plus, you know, doing the entirety of Second Dream.
Mm-hmm.
Which is...
Well, if you can get it to the other quests that are lead-ins from that, that'll be good.
It's interesting playing with this class. Trying to...
And also because we don't have the coda, there's only Cyto 9 and 3 weapons that came out with this update.
Really?
So there's really not that much to actually get mastery-wise.
I mean... I guess the point is to play the actual new game mode, because it's supposed to be a new one. Yeah, you two lost. I should be on much earlier tomorrow, so hopefully we'll see you there. So you've just been working on. Oh, how is Linda in terms of burn?
Oh, she's almost 250.
Nice.
Yeah, 248, 50, 50%. We'll say that. I don't know exactly, and I haven't been on in since earlier today, a while ago. But yeah, she's been naturally one-shotting the entire way
Of
already
course.
because she's that strong.
Of course. And Lost, you're probably gone, but tomorrow's stream, if I can get a guild run, which would take, getting a guild run, I'm saying if this happens, I will, be doing reading tomorrow. On stream, but if I don't get a guild run, then I'll have to figure out what we're going to do tomorrow. Probably more dungeon runs. So what are you doing now? Were you literally just vibing? Like, not actually
Yes.
doing anything? Oh, okay.
I actually just woke up, like, a little bit ago. I took a nap.
Of course you did.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna remark
It's
on
only
that.
like an hour and a half.
Um, Fudge, I was gonna say something and then. Oh, do you like that I included a wide vibe when I made the character? I said to you when I was messing with this stuff.
You didn't reply to my chart.
Which chart?
The one I posted right before you said today. Well, I mean, I posted it like yesterday.
Let me see. Let me see. Oh, I mean, there wasn't much to say about it. It's just true.
Honestly, I didn't know there was lines. I thought it was past the where it was supposed to with how heavy it was into ARPG.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very funny. But yeah, I wonder what I play on Steam. LSD Puck PoE 2. D4.
Yep. I'm. Uh, where did you see that? I'd like to know what mine says. If you remember where you saw it, you might not have.
Wait, what?
Where did you get that?
Oh, if you go to the store, it might be a little hard to find because the winter sale started. But it's if you find your year in review on Steam.
Or year in review.
There might be somewhere. Is it here? No.
Let me see if I can find it. If Steam's open on my computer right now, it might not be. Steam is not open on my computer right now. I'd rather not open Steam then if it's not open on my computer.
But yeah, later, maybe after stream, I might be able to stream. I want to try to stream some PoE too, because it runs fine except for loading screens. We're just a bit slow.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind. And as for stream, I was only just doing this as a way to stay awake. It's not late enough that I was gonna be not awake, but for me, it's easier for me to stay awake if I have like I'm supposed to be awake um to stream to people or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if we don't get a lot of people and you're here with me, then I just
I should be here for a bit.
yeah, I'm just saying if you're gonna be here, then I have a way to stay awake for a while, so I may turn off stream. So we'll see. Also, I'm playing this super chibi mode because animations are super long in this game, and so if you want to farm anything in any sort of quick amount of time, this is the way people do it because it is super uh, slow how long things take sometimes. So it's also not the best way to stream either. I mean, there are a lot of streamers who do it in creature mode too, because I mean, if you want to farm efficiently, it's kind of the only way to do it. Basically, creature mode is meant to so that the game didn't lag, and it was implemented when this was a Flash game still. But lag isn't so much an issue anymore, so.
Mm-hmm.
Any interesting stream things happened recently? In your
Actually, hold on. Cinder's new outfit.
no.
Okay, you should watch that stream. The VOD's on YouTube. So you know the council.
No.
The Hellhound Council.
No. I don't watch these people.
I
I
thought you
watch
watched some
clips.
of her. I thought you watched. Well, she has a lot of clips with them in it.
Is it a group of people?
No, it's a group. It's like a group of 5 puppies with a big commanding voice.
No.
Okay, well they usually break into a room through a wall
hmm
and be loud and obnoxious, and she hates it. But they're usually there to like announce stuff or whatever. Well, she had a new outfit recently. It's very pretty. Um,
hmm
and she got nominated for a couple of the awards, right? The VTuber awards, but she didn't win any. And they were like, "Oh, we're sorry you didn't win any of the awards. We voted for Fauna anyway." It was like, "What the fuck?"
So are they like mods in her chat
Oh,
or?
it's just one dude. I think it's just Red, her manager.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's like a deep voice changer and whatnot. It's all like boomy and raw, just like a bit distorted. You'd hear it. But it was so fucking funny. It's just like, and he kind of just, well, we voted for Fauna anyway. Just like, God damn.
The big thing I
uh,
remember from the VTuber Awards was I saw a clip of somebody who I had never seen before, and they were reacting to Fillion like completely not missing a beat talking about the big sponsor of their event,
oh
Fansly.
yeah, fans.
And anytime it's ever mentioned in her chat, there's clips all over the place about how she always freaks out whenever that word is said because nope, she doesn't go
Well,
anywhere near it, and
I
that's
mean,
the running
they're
joke.
paying her money, so she has to say it. We're
Yeah.
not paying, well, like paying for the show.
I am surprised at a couple of the different wins. I mean, I don't want to
Okay, actually,
specifically say it here on stream, but the one that surprised me was the mom losing out. Because there's an up and coming one that I fully expected to win, and it wasn't them.
Rising Star one.
No, it was the best VTuber parent,
Oh, yeah, all the 4 choices were good.
and one of them's literally called Your VTuber Mother or something like that.
Oh no, she wasn't. She's not that. Um, no, best VTuber one was Nano, Riku.
And what was the category? There was.
Cha your VTube mom is in Rising Star. I
Oh,
think.
was it Rising Star then?
Yeah, but Ariel won that.
Yeah.
And Ariel works fucking. Again, I'm not discounting the other people, but I do watch Ari, and she's hilarious.
hmm
One of my favorite clips came from Zen, actually.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. I love this. It's so funny.
I'm guessing you sent me the clip.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that later.
Yeah, no problem. It's just so fucking funny.
hmm
Oh, oh, that's so good.
I still, do wish that I actually was more a part of that scene as well too, like the actual um Twitch scene because um you know, like Lime for example, I um watched for the new outfit and then that's it. I haven't watched a single stream since then. I'm sure there have been plenty.
She streams 5 days a week from about 1:45 to about 7:30 my time.
Mm-hmm. Daily, huh?
Yep, except for Mondays and Thursdays. Because she needs 2 days off a week for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm not I'm definitely not a huge people need to stream every day kind of thing. Even though I have a streamer who does stream every day, although they're shorter streams generally.
Yeah, I think if you do stream every day, it has to be like 1 to 4 hours.
Yeah, she streams 5 hours at the latest generally.
Yeah. And I mean, there are definitely people like Ko who streamed every day for years before he finally started taking a break. The whole culture around streaming
Although
in general.
for streaming every day, he does it right with the whole breaks and like the multiple streams a day, but also like he could cancel one of them at whenever he needs to and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he didn't for literal years, and I mean, the 2 streams a day also allowed people to come for whatever game they wanted to, the cozy game or the non-cozy game, and so yeah, the main thing for me is the streaming culture of people like the whole "you owe us your lives" kind of a thing is like, ugh. That's so toxic is the word I would use, I guess. It's not a good enough descriptor, but because there's definitely people that I have seriously been concerned about their health, like Ziz.
Ziz has been doing his subathon more correctly this time, I'll say. He'll do. Well, I mean, he'll still do 16 hours a day, but he'll also take an 8-hour break, and his wife will play, and that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, there were several different leagues that happened where he was playing for like 1 to 3 days straight or something like that, and just didn't sleep, and like you could see it in his eyes, and it's just like, oh my goodness, you are not okay. There is nothing okay about what you are doing.
Well, Twitch will actually come in and shut your stream off if you ban you if you pull a lot of that shit these days.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad for it. It's definitely needed. It's there are people who don't know when to stop pushing themselves, and I get it, right? As a gamer, he was probably gonna play that much anyways, but maybe not. Maybe it really was mostly due to pressure to stream.
The man had 66,000 viewers on launch day of PoE 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I haven't been watching anybody do anything PoE 2 related. I've seen people talk about it, but I haven't actually seen it. Like I've seen the thumbnails of a lot of different videos and everything. I heard a certain content creator who I've been a big fan of because of the mobile work that he did for a long time. But DM, huge growth. Do you know he's like number 15 on Twitch? Like all of Twitch?
Hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. All because of PoE 2. And a lot of people, or he himself saw it with his soar to greatness with Diablo 4, that since D4 had a lot of problems with it, that he wasn't going to see any growth like that again. And then PoE 2 came out, and people just like how chill the guy is. That's the thing, right? He's a ARPG streamer that not only is chill, but everything he talks about is like extremely real. Like the stuff he says is how a normal gamer would react to this thing. Not, yeah, if that makes sense.
I can't really say. I don't dislike him. I just don't watch him.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched his interviews like with Gazzy, when he's interviewing like relevant people, I guess. Like when he interviewed Mike from EHG and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
or the Jonathan Rogers interview. But I haven't actually gone out and watched his streams.
Yeah, well, that's fine. You don't need to have watched him, but he did a recent video about how he had to make a video about it because he didn't think it was going to happen, and it was how he has something like, gosh, it was like 20 or 30,000 subs, something like that, and his average view count is like 2K.
His average, he is 3.2K viewers right now
Yeah.
at 12:30 a.m. on a fucking Friday.
Yeah, his Twitch chat stats that he showed was his average views is like 2,500, and his peak was like 6,000 something, and yet he's one of the most subscribed people on Twitch. Like, absolutely doing a great job there. And you know, in the video, all everybody could talk about was how much they were happy to help, and you know,
Meanwhile,
he deserves it. You know.
this is subathon timer has barely been below 400 hours for the past. Oh, it's 346 right now. Wow, this is surprising. See, can I see how many subs this has? Probably not. No, it's not shown. Oh, yes, it is. He has, this currently has 64,000 subs.
That is crazy.
It's like, that's not a lot in the grand scheme of Twitch, but in the terms of an ARPG streamer, that's a ton.
I mean, that is a lot in the terms of Twitch.
Well, I mean, considering the record is in like the
No. The records doesn't mean lot or not a lot. Those are fringe cases that don't stay that way forever. You know, a lot is like,
well, I mean,
5,000 plus.
This is also the launch of a new game.
Yeah, a lot is 5, and
Or
of
like
course,
the-
there's also the special thing about it, right? If you, what is it? If you donate to, or if you,
you give 2 subs, you get a pet. Yeah.
yeah, there's also that. So PoE 2 hard carrying Twitch on their back right now.
Mm-hmm.
This guy straight up has an exterminatus. That's crazy. I would ask you if you knew what that meant. And I'd be surprised if you didn't because of having played Vermintide, but it may have also not been included in Vermintide. Because
I don't think they were included in Vermintide. But I also don't pay attention that much to Warhammer in general.
well, Exterminatus is when the Space Marines decide that a planet is too far gone and they summon a spaceship that quite literally just blows up a planet. A giant beam comes out of their ship and just blows up the planet.
Yeah, that's not Vermintide. That'd be more Dark-Eyed area.
Be what?
That'd be more of a Dark-Tide thing. Vermintide's the fantasy, not the
I mean,
fantasy.
either way, the you would think that because there's the Inquisitors in Vermintide, you'd think that they would have known to call an Exterminatus if it came down to it. Usually it's because of things like what happens in Vermintide that they decide to blow up a planet. You know, the whole giant rat infestation. I mean, then again, maybe the Inquisitor doesn't have the ability to call down one, like to call down a strike. I may be stupid. Because like you said, you said it yourself, the fantasy is the the actual Space Marines aren't there, so how would they be able to call down the Exterminatis? But I mean, you would think when you have someone like like an Inquisitor in that they would have some medieval way to burn the world down.
I mean,
purge
fire.
it with fire. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's all a giant laser is, right? Is really intense fire.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're thinking with fire, with beams, with lasers. There we go. I got there. It took me a minute, but I got there. Now you're thinking with lasers. Yeah, I absolutely think. By the way, if you want, no, you probably don't have it. It's unlikely, but I guess I'll ask anyways. Do you happen to have Amazon Prime?
Nope.
The reason why I asked is if you have Amazon Prime, one of the games they're giving out right now is Warhammer 40k Space Marine 1 for free. and I think you redeem it on GOG or maybe it's Epic Games. I don't know. One of the two.
Yeah.
It might be on Steam. It doesn't actually say, whereas a lot of their other deals actually say which platform they're on, and that one doesn't. So, I mean, it could be any of them. They also may have their own game launcher. I literally don't know, but
I mean, they have their own game, even though nobody plays it anymore.
I would bet money that in Space Marine 40K that if you fail the mission that you can exterminatus. If you fail to repel the I don't actually know what they're fighting. Are they fighting orcs, Tyranids? I don't actually know.
In 2 it's Tyranids.
Oh, I love me some Tyranids.
I mean, what is Space Marine right now? Space Marine 1 on Steam is $14.
Yeah. And the good thing about 1 is from looking at it, oh, my PC could definitely run this game.
I mean, it's a 10-year-old plus game. I hope
Shh, shut up. Shut up, Ty. Nobody asked you.
The winter sale started, and there's like nothing I particularly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I opened the Steam winter sale because I always do, and I took a look at all the stuff and went, huh. I don't care about any of this.
Yeah,
I feel like the
was
Black Friday had better sales, and I didn't buy any of those either.
I didn't buy anything there.
The
Yeah,
problem is I already have enough games.
Yep, I have Maple Story, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I currently just play Maple and PoE, and that's really it.
What is this PoE you speak of?
2.
Can I eat it? Is it a cracker? I will tell you, Josh Strife, Josh Hayes, Josh something, one of those names. His name's definitely Josh.
Yeah.
Huge fan of Soul Reaver, like I am. Did a sponsored stream for the remaster, and I watched it, and it was amazing. Like watching the actual playthrough, and then actually like how he presented the game too. And I was just thinking to myself, I really hope everybody felt the same way as I did watching this well, I mean, I watched the VOD. I wasn't there live, obviously, but I hope everybody felt the same way I did and decides to pick this game up, because it would be really great to see more games of this in the future, and maybe have the original series also remastered, because it is one of, I think to this day, it is still probably the greatest voice acted video game of all time, and also probably one of, if not the best stories in any video game of all time. It's just that good. And nobody's heard of it. And it's because of a lot of mistakes by the actual like developer of the game, and or not developer, the publisher. But yeah, the guy who actually, the actor, the voice actors who actually did the game were, I mean, they may have been in stuff after this game, but They came in to do the game thinking, we're just gonna do a video game, and it's gonna be whatever, and it's probably not gonna be that great. It's just a video game. You know, these were actual like theater actors, and they took a look at the script and they went, "Now that is art. That is a script. That is amazing." And they then gave it 110%, and it shows. I mean, a lot of people who have played the games think, "Oh, there really hasn't been anything as good since, has there?" And I'm not just saying that because I like the games. I mean, if you were to actually listen to the voice acting, I'm sure you would think the same thing too.
Maybe.
Is good, man. Cinna, you having fun, sweetheart? Do I need to go put the ball back in? She has a ball track racer thing, and she has good fun with it. But she took the ball out of the track, so I should probably put it back in so she can play with it again. Hi, sweetie. Okay, I'm gonna go put that thing back in. Where'd you put it, sweetheart? Where'd you put it? Here it is. Should probably also take a break and go get water soon too. I mean, the thing that I would say about it is definitely not a game for everybody. It's a giant story based game that is a puzzle with some combat. and like even combat is a puzzle. And there are people who don't, and obviously it's got like platforming. It's a Souls-like Metroidvania, like kind of before they were out, before they were here. Because I mean, this was the game made in the '90s, so you know, I mean, when was the first Souls game? 2001.
I mean, it wasn't the first Metroid game in the 80s.
Okay, but being a Metroid game is not the same as being a Metroidvania-like, you know, like a game inspired on a genre.
Yeah.
The Souls-like games aren't Souls games; those are just
I mean,
Souls games.
Dark Souls 1 came out in like 08 or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like 2001. Man, I am way off.
Oh, well, and I guess Demon Souls is technically older. Maybe Demon Souls was like 08. Hold on. Souls search. 2009 was Demon Souls, and that was the first one.
Wow. Yeah, so That's why I say it's a Souls-like game, because it's before Souls was even a thing, but definitely that same sort of style. And I mean, probably more of a Metroidvania-like than a Souls-like, but definitely had Souls-like parts. There was a whole lot of like get thing, then use thing to be able um to go back to an area to progress. I mean, you know, like a wow. Hmm. Yeah, get power up from boss and then go back and do old thing that you weren't able to do before.
Hmm.
So. Sorry, the guy I'm playing with just did a giant beam and then threw his lance down, because he's basically a dragoon, and just blew up the entire map and just everything died. It was great. It was really cool. That was it's one of those things when you play a game like this where you start out a game like this being only able to hit like one target at once, and then maybe you can hit two,
Oh yeah.
and then you can hit like six targets, and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah. I guess Maple Story kind of has that too, being able to hit more and more of the map as you go onwards. Oh, I guess we haven't talked in a while. Did you see the big High Pickle post? Probably not.
No.
Yeah, they talked about all of what happened in 2024 and, you know, sort of their plans for 2025 and how they plan to do things moving onwards. And, yeah, it was a big long post, and they basically went over all of the new stuff that every new skill is going to get from now moving forward. The only thing they didn't go over was foraging, because they made it sound like it's the next update coming, so it probably is the next update coming. Um, I mean, I guess they mentioned that like axolotls and a couple of other things are going to definitely be in the foraging update, but they they talked about all of the new stuff they plan to do with the garden, all the new stuff they plan to do with the chocolate factory. Um, they're making an update that's just called Iron Man W's. And what it's supposed to be is just kind of redoing everything that is, because the problem with the game that a lot of people have is anything that an Iron Man can do, a regular player can do too, but a regular player will have more money. So it's not really fair to the Iron Man. And so that's what they're going to have, like their own auction houses, for example. So that way it's only Iron Man money versus Iron Man money.
But that's not Iron Man then. You have an auction house.
So auction house is the auction house NPC selling rare items in Hypixel.
Oh, do you mean like dark auction?
Yeah, dark auction.
Okay.
So what they plan to do is have the dark auction available for multiple people, for like a separate one for the Iron Man, for example. So that way, Iron Man only has to compete against another Iron Man with money, because, you know, obviously they don't earn money nearly as fast as we do, so.
Mhm.
I forget the other ones that they mentioned.
Yeah, I kind of just stopped playing Hypixel altogether for a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't actually played since Bingo.
Yeah.
So, I've really just been waiting for the foraging update, and um, hmm. Let me see if I can find it here. I didn't actually go to read the post myself because let's see. Hmm. I'm not finding it. Maybe if I just go home. Maybe I need to go to YouTube and go to this guy and find it through here. Oh, interesting. 15 minutes ago, Ko just posted, he has 3 new kitties.
Yep.
It's crazy. That's a lot of cats.
So when you lose as many pets as they have recently.
Alright, let's see. What does this say? So the goal of this year was to do the glaciate tunnels, the foraging update, the better mares, and the Rift Mountaintop. They had planned to do the foraging update as the second update, but instead they did better mares and then they did Rift Mountaintop because obviously they didn't have a their tech didn't work. So foraging update. The first island of Galatea has almost finished development along with a new hunting skill. This still has polishing and QA to undergo, which may take some time. However, this is our first update to Skyblock featuring latest version technologies. Currently planned update. Great Glaciate Lake, which is going to be a majority fishing update. But it's still going to have mining stuff in it, but it's a majority fishing update. Experimentation table RNG meter. This is basically right now there's no way to like ever guarantee that you're going to get the tier 7 enchant, so this is allowed to do that. The Project Ironman W's, another one that's called the Year 400 celebration. And that's going to be a huge, earn a whole bunch of stuff, EXP boosts and stuff like that. They're finally adding the next Slayer tier boss for each Slayer, and like how some bosses only have what's the word? Only have tier 4. They're planning to add tier 5 of all of them, and then also add a new one. Chocolate Factory V4. Finally, we can guarantee a way to get divines. And then this thing called Year of the Seal, which is... You can actually read into each of these. But the Year of the Seal. In 2025, we'll introduce a new kind of event. One will last the entire Skyblock year. These events will be on a 12-year cycle and will retroactively include the Year of the Pig, which much smaller in scope compared to Mare events. These events should help make each Skyblock year feel unique. They'll have a Year of the Seal will mean for that whole Skyblock year, you'll have you'll have a whole lot of fishing related content, like maybe buffs to fishing and such. And for Year of the Pig, you know, maybe it's a bunch of farming stuff, for example. When they're in the final stages of designing a multi-part garden update that adds new gameplay options and explores other areas of farming. We expect development to begin sometime in 2025. That's not exactly reassuring. Sometime in 2025. Ooh. As previously explained, the foraging update will be the first to utilize some features from the latest Minecraft versions. I hate it. I hate it, Ty. I absolutely hate it. Here's what your new UI would look like. I hate it. That's the heart of the mountain. That's the bazaar. I hate it.
I don't mind it. But also texture packs exist, so.
Yeah. Our work on the latest technology consists of... Well, the other four. Okay, hold on. Let me read this. As previously explained, the foraging update will be the first to utilize some features from the latest Minecraft version. This means we will begin transitioning our releases to incorporate more and more features from these latest versions. Our work on the latest technology consisted of a major overhaul of our internal systems from things like world saving, loading, decoding the new entities. The ground up, this update will serve to get our foot in the door towards the latest developments, however, we will not stop there. For the foraging islands and major future content releases, we're going to be introducing other features from the latest Minecraft technology, like full custom mottos, resource packs, items, and display entities. This work is well underway. Excited to show some progress. And then the spoiler thing. We planned on releasing new zones in each island. So what I'm seeing is the idea here is once they have the foraging island Galatea out, then they're going to probably go and they actually had a huge mining update planned and they ended up changing it to more to be fishing because people, rightly so, were very angry that they released another mining update, the one that you came here for, that you showed up right as that happened. So they were actually going to do another one, but it wasn't well received. Why are you working on mining when you have these other things that you could be working on? Personally, I mean, I don't care. Any update is better than no update. I'd rather have an update than not have one. But it looks like they're going to go back through and change like the dwarven mines to include all the features of the 1.21, and then they're going to change like the end, and yeah. So farming went way better than expected for this thing, and I plan to farm all of tonight and tomorrow for this one thing. And I got really lucky with drops while playing with this guy. And I mean, he just got off now, but I So let me put it this way. I farmed for about 4 hours and I got 10. And I started farming. Let's see, when did I start stream? I started streaming 2 hours and 42 minutes ago, so about as long as it took me for the other one. And I got 32 in less time. I guess sometimes you get really lucky. So I know you said you were vibing, but are you playing any games now, or still just
Yeah, I'm
watching
on
streams?
PoE again.
Don't say like it's such a bad thing. Ah, I'm here again.
No, I said I got
Supper.
back on PoE again.
I, yeah, the way you said it made it sound more like you're. I guess I'm playing PoE again. You know, kind of like that tone. I know you didn't have that, but maybe it's just the muted tones that I have for myself.
Just got a weapon upgrade that should help a decent amount.
Nice. Yeah, based off of how long I've been streaming so far, you said you would maybe want to um stream PoE 2, right?
I want to. I don't know. We'll see if I can. I don't know if it's gonna make the game run a lot worse.
So will you still be playing in an hour? Because I think that's when I'll be done streaming.
Yeah, likely.
Okay. Throat hates me right now. Oh, you son of a biscuit.
Yeah, that upgrade feels pretty significant.
Nice. Upgrades are good. Upgrades are great.
Now, if only my defense is above at the same rate.
I mean, sir, you are playing a ranger. At
I'm
least
not.
you
playing a
were.
monk.
You were playing a ranger.
I was playing mercenary.
Isn't that what? I thought you were playing the thing with the grenades and such.
Yeah, that's a mercenary. Although technically, it's more tied to weapon than it is character.
Sir, you are saying potato when I am saying potato.
Oh no, mercenary is a different base class than ranger is.
Huh?
Yeah. Mercenary is a dude, and ranger's a girl.
They both are the bow people. Same difference.
No, not really. They start in different places.
Oh, that does not matter.
It does.
uh,
Also, this is PoE. Any class can use any weapon.
and any class can use any skill too.
Yep. Unless it's literally tied to an ascendancy, which there are a lot of those now.
Gross.
No, it's actually good because they're all supportable now,
Yeah.
which makes them scale. Yep.
Good. Yes, that's good, right?
Yes.
Good. Let's see, how many flowers do I got? 45? 45. Nice. What do we got for challenges? So, what's been your favorite skill so far?
Um. Maybe Tempest Spell? That's actually a hard one. I don't know.
Is that a monk skill or?
Mm-hmm. So you can drop it down and then hit it with a bunch of stuff, and then it like radiates damage, and it'll do more stuff with this build later on once I actually get some funny supports on it.
Yeah. Do you think you're going to try out a bunch of other characters, or?
That's what this character is like the start of, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we have 6 out of 12 available. Well, we have
Yeah, I wake you up
6
soon.
out of 12 going to be available
Sleep well.
classes.
Yeah, how many total?
We're gonna eventually have 12,
Bruh.
which means 36 ascendancies.
Bruh. That's a lot. Ooh, flower 46, let's go. I can't believe I've grinded for close to 8 hours for something. I mean, I can, because time in this game seems to fly by really fast for me, which must mean I'm having a good time.
I was gonna say, if you're having fun, then it definitely can happen.
But I'm surprised that it took me this long to get just 50 drops. And I've already agreed to help other people get the drop, and I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna do it or something, but that's
That's how those games get you.
well, there's also, it's my own damn fault for, actually being a part of a community in a game for once.
Let's see, this is a step in a good direction.
What? No, it's a terrible direction. When life gives you lemonades, you need to crush them and then throw them in the face of your enemies. God damn it, Bobby. That's fine, we'll fail it. I don't care. I'd rather have a quicker fight. Son of a biscuit. Realize he hit me with his stick and reduced my range. What a jerk. No flowers. I kind of figured once I failed the challenge, because the challenge gives drop rate, that I would not get anything, and I was right. See, now that the friend has gotten off, I can't do the same groups I was doing before. So I have to go with smaller groups, which means less chance for drops. And the problem is almost all of these koalas that I'm fighting and beating up are 60% resistant to me.
Hmm.
Which is very annoying. Kick. Nice. Oh. Well, okay, good. I thought I failed at the last second. God dang it. I'm getting nothing. But it's because I'm so close to the end, and I'm like, oh, I'll do this, and then I'll be done. I only need 4 more freaking flowers. Nice. Oh, but I didn't get a drop. Did the stupid talent challenge, but I didn't get a stupid drop. Aha. Oh no, I freaking failed at the last second. It wasn't even necessary to fail. God dang it. Thought I would kill the thing and I didn't. So what act are you in right now?
2. Oh crap. That sucks.
Almost done with this big group. Yay, flower. I don't know what that brings me up to. 47? Yeah, 3 left. Oh, he couldn't see me. I thought I might be able to. Perfect execution. No drops. Do. This is going very well. Okay. Come on, game. How many do I have to fight for you to give me what I'm looking for? Alright, let's try this group. See what happens. Hmm. Okay. Yep. Okay. Ooh, I got a feather and some cabbage, which is really good because I'm gonna need that for Hunter. I am now at 48 out of 50. They have been going down in price as I've been farming them, making them more and more reasonable to just buy the last two. But I'm committed now. We're here. I'm gonna do it. There we go. There's a group I can do. Just need a little more health. Alright. We're gonna call it for stream there for now.